Good morning again, guys. All right, it is a lovely 19 degrees in East Tennessee here at about 7:30 in the morning. And as you all know, that doesn't make a freaking difference. We got to get work done. So, off to the hardware store because I've got to buy some concrete and some fence posts and some 2x4s because I've got to continue fixing my front steps. Whoa, and I got sun in my eyes. How about that? Okay, so I thought I'd talk to you guys about something kind of follows a little bit of what I was talking about this morning in Black Friday. But people are starting to go a little berserk, all right? And I'm not talking about the shooting in the Colorado nightclub the other day or anything like that, though granted that's people going berserk too. I'm talking about people really being on a short fuse at this point. And you may get yourself in a situation that you do not want to be in, and obviously didn't even think about putting yourself in the situation. I'll give you a couple of stories that are in the news in the last couple of days, okay? And maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't, but I want you to think about this. Over the weekend, there was a guy at a Wendys. It was either North Carolina or Texas. I don't remember. I got two stories. One's in North Carolina, one's in Texas. Guy went into a Wendys, and they didn't give him the sauce he wanted for his chicken McNuggets or whatever the hell he got. And so he pulled a gun on him over freaking barbecue sauce or honey mustard or something like this. The guy thought it was worthwhile to pull a gun on somebody for that. Okay? Then the other story, which was yesterday, again, this was either North Carolina or Texas, I forget which is which. Woman who was a store owner, little shop like a convenience store or whatever. Guy came in, and apparently she knew the guy or whatever would be, and said he wasn't welcome in the store. Now, maybe she's had problems with him before, maybe he's loitering, whatever, who knows what. The guy grabbed a jar of salsa and smashed it on the floor. She pulled a gun on him, chased him out the store, and shot at him twice. Now, she got arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. But this is where we're going, guys. It's to the point where people are pulling a gun for a broken jar of salsa, for no sauce with their McNuggets. Now, I will readily admit this. I never go anywhere without this in my hand, okay? Period. And there's a good reason for it. I never know when I'm going to wind up in a situation where I need to defend myself. Now I want you to think about this. Every year on Black Friday, a little different holiday, on Black Friday and then the Saturday after, we see all the videos about the craziness in these stores. We see the mobs trying to get into a store, as the store opens. We hear about fights over the last Barbie doll or Easy Bake Oven or whatever it would be. With as short as everybody's temper is right now, and as divided as we are as a country, all right? And you can talk the division anyway. You can talk about it as political. You can talk about it as racial. You can talk about it as gender. Pick one of the 82. We are very divided. And everybody, at least half the country, okay, is offended by every little thing. You don't know how far these snowflakes, these Karens, are going to take their offendedness and start trying to cause you bodily harm. Now, it's going to take a pretty brave person to come up to me and try to throw a punch. All right? I don't care if they're 20 years old. All right? I'm a big man. Not everybody is my size. You know, if Mrs. P was in there, and Mrs. P is 5'5", people are going to be much more apt to strong arm her, if you will. A possible Christmas idea for many of you would be some sort of little friend to have in your pocket. Whether it is something that shoots projectiles, whether it's something as simple as mace or bear spray or something like that you can keep on your keychain, keep in your purse, keep in your pocket. You know, obviously every state doesn't have the same gun laws that others do. Let's just leave it at that. Where you have the right to protect yourself. But I want you to remember this. Regardless of what the gun laws are in your state, the criminals don't care. Okay? Now, Texas, obviously, you can own a gun. North Carolina, obviously, you can own a gun. Not that difficult. Tennessee, same thing. All right? But if you're in New York, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Massachusetts, if you're in California, if you're in Eastern Oregon, okay, or pick one of the many other places, it's practically impossible for you to get something to protect yourself with, okay, at least in regards to a firearm. And right into the sun again I go. You need to have something. Your spouse, your daughters certainly need to have something to protect themselves with, because you never know when you're going to be in this situation where all hell breaks loose. I mean, seriously, a Wendys? I mean, a convenience store, okay, convenience stores get robbed every once in a while. You I don't want to say you get that one, but you might be a little more on alert there. But I don't walk into a McDonald's, a Burger King, a Taco Bell, a Wendy's, whatever, for the few times that I ever go to them, and expect that somebody's going to pull a gun. And you have no idea what that person's capable of. They may just be pissed at the cashier. They may be like this guy in Colorado who decides to shoot up anything and everything that moves. Guys, if you want another idea for a Christmas gift, look at some sort of personal protection device for those that you love. And once you get it, do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Train with it. Get to know how to use it, whether it's a firearm, whether it's pepper spray, whether it's bear spray, whatever it would be. Learn how to use it. Just because you have something doesn't mean that you're all done. Put some rounds through it. Spray some of that off at a distance. See how far your bear spray sprays. Does it spray 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet? It does no good at you if the guy's 25 feet away and your spray only goes 15 feet and you go, right in front of you. Now all you've done is piss them off. Okay. Learn about the tools that you have. But guys, be careful out there. With Black Friday coming up, I know a lot of us don't participate, but there are some that do. And the last thing any of us needs to see is some video from me or any other YouTuber saying, prayers for such and such family, he was or she was killed in a riot at the local mall or the local Walmart or whatever it would be. Protect yourself. It's getting bad out there, and y'all know it. Pinball out.